Okay, so welcome Max. Thank you for making the time for us. We appreciate it because not everybody does that, you know. So let's start. When did you first hear about ESP and actually what brought you to work with the brand, you know?
Yeah, you know, I was many years before with DC Rich, you know, and then for a little bit, towards the end of around Chaos AD, I started playing a lot with Gibson, especially SG. So I got endorsed by Gibson in Brazil, and but that didn't really wasn't very good because I could only get a limited amount of guitars, and they wouldn't make my own line and everything. And then I knew that Gloria had worked with Sigurd Reich, and she knew Matt from a long time from ESP, you know. It was like, yeah, I think she mentioned to me, like, I know Matt, and maybe you can try one of the guitars. And I think I tried it, and I really love it. And then I started using them, and shit, I just love the quality. It's so good, you know. And then they were able to make my favorite guitars, like the SG, the Viper, and we did with the Brazilian flag. And, they did kind of like that kind of look like a Warlock, and then there's some of that look kind of like Explorer, you know. Until I finally got to design my own.
Yeah, so this is the Reaper.
The Reaper.
The Reaper, yeah.
My own design. It was like a mix of Explorer and Warlock, you know.
Yeah.
But I love the company. I've been with them. I love the people that work there. I've been to the factory a couple times, to the shop. I love the guitars are like a piece of art, you know.
Yeah, it is.
But they're also real rough. They can stand, hard touring.
Yeah, it's to be workhorse and piece of art in one piece. Yeah.
It's beautiful and strong. So that's the best about the ESP.
I'm also Explorer fan, so I like this one also. It's like pretty wild.
Yeah, the idea of this was like combine my two favorites, you know. So this is very like Explorer. This is like Warlock. Explorer.
And as fans may see now, it also features your downstory pickup by Lace.
Yeah.
How did you started to work with this company?
They approached me.
Yeah, they approached
you. And a lot of their people that they were endorsed were really people that I like the Mastodon guys and Matt Pike, High on Fire, Converge. And so they told me that they'll make my own pickup, just have a name, find a name that, and I thought Downstroyers would be a good name.
Yeah.
And this is the prototype. The one that they're actually selling has a gas mask.
Yeah.
But
I've seen on the internet, but this is Soulfly logo one.
Yeah, this is the prototype. This is the first one they made. So I just put that one in there. And I have a different Reaper, which is like a digital camo. That's the one I use in America.
Yeah.
Because this one I live here in Europe. Because we tour here so much that we have a storage place.
Yeah, many bands do that nowadays because it's cheaper than
cheaper. So you don't have to ship it, or
Yeah, of course.
Cost effective. So I have this one, and I have a black one that it's the backup of this. It's like also a prototype. But at home I have the digital camo that's like really cool. That's probably my favorite guitar right now.
Yeah.
And right now we are making a Brazil flag one. And hopefully later I'll come up with some other kind of idea for painting.
Yes.
I like to maybe later come up with also another guitar.
Yeah.
But
so another shape, right?
Another shape, but I'm gonna wait a couple of years.
Okay, so we have to wait for that. And Max, it's like the pink elephant in the room for many years, but why 4 strings? How did this start? It's like your trademark, everybody knows that you use only 4 strings. How did this happen?
Well, that was back in Sepultura, it's like, I don't solo, so I never cared for those strings. I never even touched them, when we had it. And you know, one day the string broke and another string broke, and I had the choice of buy strings or buy booze, and I was like, I buy booze, man, you know. I don't use the strings anyway. And it was my roadie at that time. He's like, yeah, it's punk rock, man. Keep it like that. It's kind of cool. And yeah, I think what I like about it that it forces me to be real creative with 4 rather than 6, you know. So I gotta really explore a lot of riff
And weren't you
alternatives. You know.
Were you thinking about some special model with like thinner neck to fit only 4 strings?
I thought about that, but then it was like, nah. It fits the idea of the punk rock.
Yeah, of course, it's rock and roll.
The punk idea is to not have it, to be left without it.
Yeah. And do you have some other ESP models at home? Like, I mean, different than your signatures or only signatures?
No, I have James Hetfield. I have one that's. I have one that they didn't want to give it to me because it was so beautiful. It's the Soulfly symbol. You know, they made it into a guitar.
Yeah, it's like Japanese made, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I think I have the necklace here somewhere. My necklace collection.
Yeah, I see it. It's down there.
It's down there somewhere.
Yeah, this one I think.
Yeah,
this one.
Yeah.
So
they made the guitar like this.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And, but they love it so much that they didn't want to send it to me. They wanted to keep it, you know. So Matt called me like, the workers don't want to send you the guitar. They want to keep it. And it's like, no, you better send it. It's my guitar, you know. But I never use it live.
Yeah, of course.
It's just so beautiful. It's like
as you said, piece of art. These are the guitars that you never use live. You just keep them home stored.
But I do have a couple different ones. Eclipse. I have an Eclipse one. I have a kind of like. I think it was like. I think the guys from Behemoth use it, or it was even Static X. I think has like.
Yeah, the diamond plate on it.
Diamond plate.
I know what you mean. Yeah, the Wayne Static from Static X used it.
I love that. I love that. It's one of my favorite guitars to jam at home. Yeah. I write a lot on it.
You know what? I originally think it's originally James Hetfield's idea. His first ESP
really?
Explorer had the diamond plate, and then everybody copied from that.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay. And now something from your career and music life. What is the thing that you consider like the biggest achievement in your career? Like that you are really like proud of and you think about many times?
I like to think of the blending of tribal, bringing tribal into metal. You know, I think that's very, very unique accomplishment, and I think we kind of almost changed the way you think about metal with these tribal ideas and tribal grooves, and especially with records like Roots and Soulfly 1. They were heavily, very tribal influences, and that's one of the things I'm most proud of it. The other thing I think is like that I never stopped. A lot of bands break up, people stop for 10 years, and then metal becomes cool again, and you jump back in. We never stopped. We survived the grunge, when nobody was metal anymore.
Seattle era.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, the hair metal was tough. Seattle was even tougher, but we, on the. I mean, on the top of when grunge was like the main thing, we're releasing Chaos AD, which is I'm so proud of it. That's really nothing to grunge about it. So you gotta survive the era, so I think survival is also one of my main accomplishments.
And as you mentioned, have you ever thought about quitting music? Have you ever had it in your mind that now is like so bad time, I want to end right here?
The only times when I left Sepultura, yeah, for like 6 months, I was doing a lot of drugs and drinking, and it was a hard period. It was like, it was like
beer bikes going around.
Exercise while you're drinking beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I was in a dark room for 6 months, just self-destruction, you know, like it's bad, man. But it needed that, you know. It needed to go down to the bottom to come out, you know.
Yeah.
Once I came out the other side, though, like I started writing again, and the first song I wrote was No, and it was actually together, No and Eye for an Eye. And Eye for an Eye became one of the most best things I ever written. You know, like it's a stamp on it. Live. We finish with it every night. Now I've been closing shows with Eye for an Eye for 20 years now. You know, so it's definitely like a classic Max song, very strong Max song, and it gave me new life. I mean, Soulfly is like I love Soulfly because of that, because it gave me a second chance in life. You know, and I could not be more thankful for that opportunity, because a lot of people don't get that. You know, like you have one successful band, that's it. You don't get lucky, you don't get to do it again. You know, and I wasn't a big successful band, and I got to do it again with Soulfly, and now Soulfly being maybe more popular than Sepultura when I was with them. You know, and it's definitely more like satisfying what I do now. You know, it's like I take more pride on it. And I really love the Soulfly tattoos everywhere around the world. It's great, you know.
And as a person in your career, as you mentioned, you did many big bands, Sepultura, Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy with your brother, and Killer Be Killed. When you compare this, because Killer Be Killed is a very special project, it's like some people call it like the super group or something like that.
Yeah.
Many different people from many bands, from Mastodon and stuff like that. Can you compare it? Is it very different to be in this kind of band than Soulfly and Sepultura?
It's fun, man. You know, I mean, I love it because I play with guys that I really love their music, especially, you know, Troy. You know, I'm a big Mastodon fan, so Troy's a fantastic musician, so I learned so much from him, you know, and also Greg, you know, the Interscape band, great, amazing, probably one of the best frontmen in metal music, you know, and have a chance to make records with these guys is something that I couldn't pass on it, you know, like when the chance came, and I kind of often think about it, it's like, it's actually kind of, I feel like I'm actually lucky I get to do things like that, you know, and actually people like it, you know. We are working on a new Killer Be Killed for next year.
Wow.
We already start writing new songs, and
can't wait.
Very cool stuff. And it's cool because none of those guys, I mean, no matter how big Troy gets with Mastodon, with Grammys and all that, he's still the same guy. He's just an awesome guy, man.
Down to earth.
Down to earth. Loves me, and we just talk music when we hang out, you know. And we had a really good session a couple months ago. They all flew to Phoenix, and it was so fun that we ended up barbecuing and sharing a jacuzzi all together. They all came to my house. It was all Killer Be Killed in a jacuzzi. Like, we should have took a picture.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
bath full of Killer Be Killed.
Killer Be Killed jacuzzi. But no, it was like really cool. We just really love playing. You know, I love these projects. I love Cavalera Conspiracy was great. I get to play with my brother again. Soulfly is awesome because I have Zion, my son, playing drums now.
You actually made it like kind of family business, you know?
Really?
Your brother in past projects, now your son.
Yeah, it's really, the family is really involved, which is something that we always wanted from the beginning, you know?
And speaking of your brother, you know, because you spent a lot of time with him playing, you know, during the years, Sepultura, Cavalera Conspiracy. What are the two things that you love the most about him, and second that you pisses the most, that you hate about him totally?
Yeah, what I love, I think, well, apart from the drumming, of course, because it's amazing. You know, he's a natural born drummer. You know, like that guy's fantastic. You know, and I play with a lot of drummers, and by far he's the one that hits the hardest out of everybody. Just hard, man, like loud. I awfully tell him that he can make any drum sounds like thunder. You know, which is true. That's like, you know, our main thing, one of my favorite things is just hang out with him, talk about music, about life, about family, about football, all the things that we love, you know. One thing I don't like about him, he gets really mad when he doesn't eat. And I could never understand that because I'm not like that, you know. I don't care. I go sometimes, you know, without eating. I don't, you know, like I just don't care.
So
like if there's no catering.
Yeah.
If there's no catering to go on tour with him, he raises hell.
Really?
He gets super mad. But
that's cool fact for fans to know, you know.
Yeah,
Always come with food.
That's just him.
Or Igor.
He just loves, you know, like gotta have like the special things. But yeah, I understand. You know, he just likes eat food on tour. But this is minimal. I let it pass. You know, I love the guy. I really enjoy my friendship with him. It's amazing. You know.
And what do you think that you would do if you wouldn't be doing music? If something changed in your life and you wouldn't start playing in a band, what would you be doing now? Do you think?
Drug dealer.
Oh.
Or a murderer.
Bright future.
Yeah. So I picked the right job.
So actually it saved you, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And
Pablo Escobar style.
and if you had
Which is
like,
not good.
imagine if you had like divine power and you could do one deed on this planet, what would it be?
I don't know, man.
What would you change if you can?
That's a good question, you know, because this world is so fucked up, you know.
Sales of metal records.
Yeah, that'd be good, right? Because it was fun when we all like used to sell records and have gold albums on our wall. You know, we don't have that anymore. That's like it's almost like another life, you know.
The industry changed in the years, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta change with it. You
Yeah,
know?
of course. To evolve.
Adapt. You know, like I look at music. I mean, I still have my own old way of listening to music, vinyl especially, even cassettes. I like cassettes.
Yeah.
You know,
So you're an old school guy. In
it
this.
was so fun. I approached this band Necrot because I like them, and my son sent them my email, and they sent a package, and they had cassette tapes in the package. I was like fucking so happy, like, oh my god, the cassette tape, you know. And I love vinyl, of course, the whole ritual of the vinyl.
Yeah.
But I also love going to like Spotify and discovering, or Bandcamp. You know, I discover a lot of cool stuff on Bandcamp.
Yeah. You know, many people like argue if the vinyl is better or worse. For me, I still prefer like the CD sound-wise, but the vinyl, as you said, is like the ritual. It's like you have to make the time for it. You can't play it on your MP3 when you are running around and jogging.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a special time.
It's a special time.
So
you have to sit with like your favorite drink, and
it's your time to
exactly,
get that,
exactly.
You know? But at the same time, I love the technology, like how you can bring your music now everywhere. You know, like if you go to a boat or a ship going from here to Finland, you know, you have like 10 hours to kill on a boat, and you can have all these your favorite albums on your iPad. That's amazing. That's great. You know,
great.
I used to carry a CD booklet with 200 CDs. You don't have to do that anymore. It's all on your iPad now. So that's really cool, you know.
And as the industry evolved, like when you consider newer metal bands, like younger, is there anyone which is favorite for you and really inspires you, like from let's say past 15 years maybe?
I'm a music freak. I love music a lot. I love metal a lot. I'm not one of those guys. Oh, the glory days of metal. You know, that's bullshit. I think metal is here, and it will be here forever. And there's a lot of cool stuff out there right now. I mean, a lot of the new stuff, man.
For example?
Necrot, Blood Incantation, Scour, Fuse Band. I'm so happy that he made this. I don't know, like Genocide Pact and the Home Wrecker and Nails. You know, it's like I also like a lot of the black metal stuff. You know, Ziggurat and you know, Mayhem and Mortal, you know, it's all great stuff. And I also like the Mastodon type stuff, you know.
I love
like
Mastodon.
Indian handcrafts, you know. This man's great from Canada.
Don't know them.
Yeah, Indian handcrafts. They sound like Mastodon.
It's like Mastodon. So
Yeah,
I'll try
it's
it.
really cool. And I also like a lot of New Roses, of course, and Yob, you know, some of the more jam stuff, you know.
And aside from metal, like different genres, what do you like?
I'm a big dub fan. you
Yeah?
know? Yeah. I'm actually like really enjoyed and stuff from, you probably don't know, but Adrian Sherwood and More New Sound.
No, I don't know.
And Lee Scratch Perry and Dub Syndicate and African Head Charge and stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. And I also like stuff like about the Army, you know, a little bit more like almost like post-punk kind of stuff, like Mission, Cult, Cure, that whole era.
Yeah,
you know, Old U2 is great, you know. Edge is a great guitar player. I love Edge. I love his style.
He's kind of underrated, you know, because
Very much.
he's really great at
Very-
layering and thinking.
Battles, he's great with battles and stuff like that, you know. And I lately started getting into some older stuff. Like I just out of the blue, I decided to check out like Santana,
Really?
and I was like blown away how cool it was, man. You
He
know,
has
it's
like
great.
really unique feel, like different than other guitar players.
Especially Abrashas, you know, the record Abrashas. Like I was blown away. It's really good, man. I can't believe I never checked this out before, you know. And, I was very, very happy. And I like some kind of weird stuff like Dead Can Dance, Massive Attack, and electronic kind of mixes, you know, type stuff.
So you are not like the one.
Asian Dub Foundation, stuff like
So you are
that.
not like the guy that says only metal and nothing but metal.
No, but metal is my favorite.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
like, you gotta have the handy stuff.
Yeah,
and,
similar to me,
and
similar to me.
the trashy stuff. But I also like the diversity of it. You know? I like, and I think now there's more diversity in metal than before. You know, especially like stuff like Enslaved. If you hear like Enslaved record with all the Viking stuff, it's so cool, man. You know, like I really, really enjoyed that. And even like, yeah, I mean, even stuff like using different instruments like Malakash and stuff
it's
like
like
that.
the Mesopotamian thing.
Right, like Middle Eastern kind of metal.
And is it like in any kind of music genre, is there like any guilty pleasure? You know, anything that you feel like very guilty that you listen to it, but you love it anyway? For you?
Probably the worst is probably new wave, you know, stuff like, you know,
Don't be ashamed.
Billy Idol and shit like that, which is cool, man. I like, because I like new wave, you know, like B-52s and you know, the whole era. Like, I don't like disco, really. I don't like disco at all. And no, not a big fan. I start to actually like country a little bit, like old original country, you know.
I read some survey on the internet. Country is like the least sexual attractive style when you listen to it. Guys who listen to country don't get laid very much. They say.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Max.
Quite true.
Thank you,
But
Max.
you know, like sometimes if you hear like a really good, especially like storytelling, right? Like, that's what's cool about the country. It's like the stories they tell, and I think that's kind of cool. Like another band I really like was Zio and Argo. I just got the chance to
Actually, I did
sit down.
an interview with Neil Petroda from Creator, and he also loves them a lot.
Great, man. Yeah, very original. You know, mixing the black metal with blues and stuff like that. It's very cool. But there's another this dub band that does kind of the same. They mix dub with blues.
Wow.
They're called Little Wax, and they're really, really a lot of old like Robert Johnson songs mixed with dub. It's like totally fucking original and cool.
So you were all over the place.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much, Max.
All right.
Thank you for making the time again.
Thank you.
Takže tohle byl Max Cavalera a určitě čekněte jeho signaturu Reaper.